And we're live, Dan. Hello, everybody who is waiting in the stream, and thank you guys for joining us today. You can't see me right now. We've got a stream transition on. Hopefully, we'll get a few people joining soon. When we've got a few people in, we'll start the stream up. Dan, how you doing, mate?
I'm very good, mate. Very good. Let's test the water with this bad boy. Thank you to everyone that's waited for us. This is crazy. I can't believe that we've come so far down that people are waiting, tuning in to see you and I play some Football Manager. But it's going to be very funny. Dan, you've dabbled, haven't you? You've tipped you tipped your toe even in the Football Manager sea. I'm not quite an acquainted sailor yet, but I've spent probably a few too many hours on the app. But so yeah, it's that's also, we should probably just clear up that isn't your face scan, is it yet?
No. Oh God, no. Yeah. So
you haven't been on holiday or anything.
No. So shout out to Callum Ryle in the chat. Just so you guys are aware, that is not my face cam. We've had a bit of a nightmare just even sorting out the stream just in general. So do you know what? Right, we'll get OBS, but we'll fade to the game so people can actually see what we're talking about. You can actually see me.
Unfortunately, Dan Wiseman's face is not on the stream, so we're not. This is our first time. Hopefully we'll have Dan's face on in the future, but you should be able to hear him. If you guys in the comments could just let us know that you can hear us, everything's sounding good, and then we can get on with things. I guess we've got a few people viewing now. George Douglas said he was in the chat earlier. Shout out to you, George, and Callum Rowe in the chat as well. 11 current viewers at the moment. So just for anybody who isn't aware, or you may have clicked on this for the first time, Dan and I, we run the Villa podcast for Heart of the Holt. Big Echo. Now, I don't know how we sort that out, Callum. Thank you for mentioning. I don't know. Let me try and sort that. Is there anything
I think what the chat is telling us, Dan, is that there is a small chance there may be an echo.
Right.
Well, this is what this is about, isn't it? It's a learning process for all of us. This first one, as I said, is getting acquainted with things, and hopefully, when we go second time around, this will be a seamless process. And hopefully, we can have my face up there too. But
hopefully, apologies to you guys. Lots of echo. How do we sort this out? That's very frustrating. Hopefully, it doesn't make you guys want to leave. I'm going to try and sort that out now. But Dan, for all of our new viewers, we've. This is my first time playing Football Manager. I've not touched it. I've touched it for like an hour in total. So I mean, you're taking my virginity here, Dan. That's what's going on.
Oh mate, I never thought I'd see the day. I'm very, very happy. So yeah, this Football Manager, for anyone that's played it, is a really good installment. There's only every now and again, so every 4 or 5 years, Football Manager takes a massive leap and sort of completely reinvents itself. And this year is that year. It's the best Football Manager I've played, although I'm not an established player. I've only been playing since sort of 2017. Got a good little save going this year. Solihull Moors. If anyone hasn't, I'm going to bit of a selfless plug. Check me out on Twitter at Wiseman Football, but with footballs without any of the vowels. I've got a thread up there that's updating my Solihull Moors save. We're in League One. We're well established. It's one where getting out of these lower leagues is a bit sticky, but hopefully, we'll have none of these problems with the Villa, obviously, because we'll be in the Champions League seamlessly. But it's been a battle. But yeah, this Football Manager is a real good one, mate, and I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, me too.
No initial transfer window either, so we've made it a bit harder for ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, so Dan, we'll go through the rules while I'm still trying to fix this audio again. I'm incredibly sorry for all you guys who are listening at home. It seems like it's only me, so I'm sorry. But yeah, Dan, if you'd run us through the rules so I don't have to annoy the listeners for much longer, what the ground rules we've set out, what our aims are for this series.
So we've, as I said, made it a little bit harder ourselves. So we've completely disabled the initial transfer window. So that means that neither us controlling the Villa or anybody else can sign players. So we're going to be working with the squad that Villa have currently, which is important. We didn't want to, we like to give ourselves the struggle and put ourselves right up against Dean Smith. Villa have had a very promising start to the season, as we all know. So we're all delighted to see it. So we're going to see if Dan and I can match that. I think when we loaded up the stream initially, Football Manager runs a little algorithm, and it's sort of a computer-based system, and sort of as if the press put together their expected league table at the end of the season. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dan, they had Villa in 18th?
18th, mate. 18th.
So, yeah, I think that is something obviously we're going to try and better, first and foremost. We're going to try and finish in some lofty positions. I think it's good that, as you said, we've got this squad we know well. We'll see where we can potentially improve as we get towards January. But yeah, this initial episode, we're going to be streaming for about an hour and a half. Just looking at Arachnophilia in the chat. Dan, you only bought this game yesterday. I bought it off Steam. I bought it off CD Keys, which is the website I use, which then gives you a code on Steam to upload. And I bought it for bought it back when it was the beta. I think it was just under £30. So it's not too bad. And I think I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I think, it's a sign of potential maturity that I'm starting to prefer it over FIFA. Maybe that's a sign of me growing into adulthood finally. But no, it's a really, really good game. And Dan, I'm very, very excited. But we should caveat that, unfortunately, we thought when you said you guys are looking at the menu screen now where it says you can start an online game, that we'd both be able to access the same screen at the same time. Don't worry, Callum, Grealish isn't going anywhere, by the way. We'd be able to control the screen at the same time and both be Villa managers. But we've been let down in that I tried to join earlier, and the online saves is that so you both control two clubs at the same time, but two different ones, which obviously we're not having. I'm not going to involve myself with any club that isn't Solihull Moors or Aston Villa, obviously. So yeah, it will be Dan controlling it, and I'm going to be looking over his shoulder, sort of like a Yoda to my young Luke Skywalker, and as we try and see how far we can take Villa. Yeah, Grealish will be staying. That's the most
How's the audio
thing.
sounding now, guys? I think I may have fixed it, but if you guys just let me know. I think there's probably about a 10-15 second delay in the chat, so hopefully we can sort that out and then we'll get right into it. If not, I'm sorry, guys. I'll just try not to speak too much, and we can hopefully get into this. I'm really excited for this, guys. Really, and yeah, I mean, we're going to take some suggestions from you guys as well. Directions you guys want to see the series going better. Right, perfect, nice one. Cheers, guys.
That's what we want to see.
So let's get right into this. As we kind of said before, that face scan is not me. It didn't work. I think all the audio tracks are actually layered on top of each other, so that's why there's the echo. So sorry about that, guys. We'll note for the future now. And I mean, Dan, this is really exciting. Now I'm looking at this, guys. Let us know in the chat if you are avid Football Manager players, how many times you've played it before, whatnot. Because as I say, I'm going to repeat this again. I've played in about an hour of Football Manager when it was free during the first lockdown. I'm losing track of lockdowns. We've had so many, and it was quite daunting. And I'm looking at this, Dan, and again, it's quite daunting. So we've kind of set this up, as Dan said. We tried to get him. We had to try to get him to do it as a dual thing. We're having to share the screen. That's fine. So Dan, first of all, I mean, I guess we should go over the emails. Read the emails. Here we go. We've taken the hot seat. Morgan and Wise. This is a dual managerial leadership that we're undertaking right now. Again, we need to sort that. We need to sort that out, don't we? That looks nothing like me. To be fair though, neither did the face scan that we attempted earlier, did it, Dan?
Oh my God, yeah, guys, we were contemplating the process of Dan going through the face scan thing was almost good enough that we were genuinely contemplating whether we save it for the stream. It was that funny. So no, we will get that sorted. But yeah, for now, you're just gonna have to, because I promise you, it was better than what Dan put together earlier. But that's not what's important, Dan. The most important thing is down there. I think you've signed a 2-year deal, which is nice. The club board have got a bit more faith in you just to pay you for 12 months.
There's not much security in that, though, is there?
No, but I wouldn't worry about that, mate. We're going to show them what we're made of. We've got some pretty realistic club expectations there. You're trying to sign some young players, ideally. Sign players under the age of 23 that aren't over 28.
Have I got the wrong settings on? Or is that normal?
I think I actually don't know. It seems okay. We'll see how we roll. If we're rolling, if I start seeing cleats and end zones, then I'll be concerned.
I bought the wrong game, guys.
What most importantly, Dan? So scroll down to the end of the current season. What are we looking at the end of the year? So they again avoid a relegation battle. So we should be okay on that because I think we can do that.
4th round Carabao Cup, 5th round FA Cup. I mean, it'd be better than this season, wouldn't it, for the Villa?
We can do that.
I think we can do it. So, yeah, as I say, transfer window is disabled for this one. We're going to work with what we've got until we get to January. And obviously, depending on the frequency of which these streams happen, how far we get tonight or whatever, will determine the activity. If players sign IRL, we're going to try and attempt to sign them as well. Obviously, if they haven't made any moves or whatever, just so as we can try and keep things as realistic as possible, see what we can achieve with doing the Aston Villa job, and then obviously we're going to take we'll take some suggestions from you guys and signings you guys would like to see as well. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, obviously, I mean, I think we can avoid relegation, Dan. As say, first time playing this, I think we can do that. That shouldn't be an issue, should it? But here we go. We've got an injury update now. So I mean, look at this, man. This is depressing. Jack Grealish is out injured with an abdominal strain. That's not great. We've got Heats and Wesley out, which we know, of course. Heaton thankfully is back IRL, and Wesley seems to be getting there. That's a bit of a dodgy subject with some Villa fans, so we won't gas Wesley up too much on this podcast, Dan. On this live stream. Sorry, force of habit.
Yeah, there we go.
But no, listen, this is as well. If you guys want to keep the chat, obviously we can talk about Football Manager. If you guys have got any questions just about anything, we're more than happy to talk about just Aston Villa in general, Premier League football, whatever. So keep them coming, and obviously that's great. So we're really thankful for all the chat right now. Just having a look right now. Vieri, etc. Henry still playing. Oh, that's in 2000 Championship Manager. Wow, okay. Vieri, man.
Yeah, we've got some veterans of this game. We've got some serious expectations to live up to here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've always been a FIFA player, and I think it was last FIFA I packed Vieri, one of Vieri's icons, and of course he was a fantastic player, but he's a bit of a dead player to get in the game. And for anyone who plays FIFA or Foot Champs, Vieri actually got me to like Gold 1, which is like insane. I got like 19 wins because of Vieri. He's actually goated in the game, so that's great. Got some rules here. Squad must have at least 8 players trained by a club in England, no more than 25 players in the squad. That is more than okay for us. And we've got some advice here, Dan, which is definitely stuff we're going to need.
I think that all looks pretty. So what we'll do, Dan, is we'll come to that when we sort out our tactics. That's just sorting out our free kick takers, corner takers, penalty takers. I think so. If you just head back down to the email where the club vision that Christian Perslow sent us
from Christian Perslow.
So at the bottom, you're just going to see the option to negotiate or accept that. And I think, given the low expectations, that's probably about right. So I think we just go save Christian some hassle. Absolutely. We'll accept that current vision. On we go.
There we go.
So should we have a look at what we're working with, Dan? Should we take a look at the squad?
Yeah,
see what we've got?
So we'll go squad here. Right, there we go. Of course, we kind of went through the injuries a bit there. I mean, we have a really good squad, as we've seen in real life, guys. You know, Villa are doing bits. I think we're 8th in the Premier League, maybe a bit lower now because of the games that are being played and obviously the games that we haven't played. So I'm really happy that we're going into this, Dan, with the players we've got. Samatta's out on loan. Looks like Henry Lansbury's not in the squad. Oh, he's transfer listed, sorry. Wanted, what does that mean? Oh, wow, okay. So this will say if players...
so it will tell you if players... That's just like... that's not suggesting that they've bid or anything like that. It's just that they're sort of sniffing around them.
Right, okay. Well, Neil Tate, I mean, that could be interesting.
What's interesting is that worst case. So if you go back, I think we should have the option. So because obviously we've got Keane Van Nistelrooy and we have Ollie Watkins, but with Wesley still injured, we do always have the option to recall Ali Samatta.
We love Samatta, which is Villa, Dan.
We do. We'll never forget that one goal at Wembley. But what is interesting, and I think someone's put this in the chat as well, so yeah, that was Ronnie Plays Games in the chat, is if, Dan, you go down to the development centre underneath finances, right at the bottom of your menu there.
Development centre, here we go.
So, and you go to your under 23s at the top.
Under 23s, let's have a look.
There we go, Louis Barry, live and direct at the top. Jacob Ramsey. So that's sorted by their end potential in the game. So Louis Barry, according to Football Manager, is our highest potential youngster. Then you've got the likes of Jacob Ramsey, Aaron Ramsey, Don Ravan, Cameron Archer, who I must say, if this doesn't sum up kind of conference level football manager. I had Cameron Archer down for 2 seasons. He should be on loan in this game at Solihull Moors.
Wow.
I had Cameron Archer on loan for 2 seasons, and he, as a result, is the club's all-time top goal scorer. And he never actually permanently played for him. We've got Indiana Vasilev right down the bottom there.
I just got to give a shout out to Lewis Brunt here, mate. I used to play football with Lewis Brunt.
There you go.
I was gassed when he signed his pro contract. I think it was the first week Dean signed. He's out injured at the moment, so hopefully Lewis feels a bit better. I mean, he's, it says here 19 years old. Obviously, he's a bit younger than us, Dan, but he never felt out of place at all. We always played with people who were like 2 or 3 years older than us at the courts, and there'd always be people who'd play as well. And Lewis was one of them. And I remember he came down. He's like, right, he's playing, he's balling out, he's doing great, and everyone's like, oh my god, like, who is this kid? Because I think we were probably about 11 or 12 at the time, so that would have made him like 9 or 10.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh yeah, like I play for Aston Villa, and everyone was like, nah, you're lying. I was like, nah, like he's got like this kid balls. Like, I was never great at football, but he was better than us, and he's better than like the 13, 14, 15-year-olds who we played with as well. I really hope Lewis makes it. I think he was out on loan somewhere. I can't remember off the top of my head. I mean, he's not going to be listening to this. But now Lewis Brunt, I really hope he makes it, and I hope we use him in this thing, Dan.
What is interesting, Dan, is that so you can see on the right there, you're getting advice from your staff as to who they could, in the current squad, sort of become potentially. So he could be Conor Hourihane level. But what's interesting, if you go right to the top, Dan, where you got Jacob Ramsey, could become slightly better than Jack Grealish.
Wow, now that's brilliant.
Big potential. What about Louis Barry right at the top? What's he got? He could become much better than Ollie Watkins.
Wow.
So this is good. We've got some nice players coming through. So I think we'll leave them there for now.
Yeah,
they can. Good. Mark Delaney's doing their thing in the under 23s.
Can we promote players? Because I feel like we should promote JJ.
Yeah. So if you hit JJ, just click on his name and you go to development. Overview, contract, transfer, development. Just under his name at the top. Development. You move to senior squad.
There we go. Right. So there we go.
So now he's in.
Callum Rahl. We've got Ramsey in the squad.
And he's got some good stats. So one key stat, Dan, for future reference, is determination. If you've got a young player and they've got high potential, they need to have good determination, because that determines ultimately their desire to work hard and fulfill their potential. If you've got a young player, really high potential, then that's a winner. And
wow.
JJ having 16 determination and potential better than Jack Grealish is encouraging. We can look forward to that. And the good thing is as well, he's got a lot of positions he can play, so he'll come in handy. Definitely get him up there.
Now let's just advance here. Oh wow, what's this?
So this is your social media feed. So this is telling you
OneFootball. Wow, shout out to OneFootball. I mean, they're not a sponsor, but they sponsor everyone. Hopefully they can sponsor us.
If they want to, we'd welcome that.
Absolutely.
And so this is just your social feed. Every time you sort of refresh every few days, it will sort of give you an update as to what's going on.
Wow, okay.
Out and about.
Nice one. So what are we going to be looking at doing now, Dan? I saw something about tactics. Was that on
So
squad?
yeah, so if you go to tactics, it's actually underneath squad. Oh, that will work. So this is basically sort of setting up, Dan, how we can play. And basically, you've got the most sort of memed way of playing. 4-2-3-1 Georgian press on Football Manager is kryptonite. Like, it is the most OP formation going. But as someone's rightfully pointed out in the comments, 2 up top works well on this game too. So it's much like FIFA, whereby different things work on different games. So we've got the option down here where the stuff that has the thumbs up is stuff that our assistant, who I believe is Craig Shakespeare,
it is indeed.
He said suits the squad well. So we've got all the different tactical styles we can play. So we can either 4-2-3-1 Georgian press is what everyone plays in Football Manager. I try and refrain from playing it, but we can play that and we get some good results. Or we can try a vertical tiki-taka, a counter-attacking form. What do you reckon, mate?
I don't know. I mean, Callum in the chat is saying Dino inverted wingers, which I do like the sound of. I think 2 up tops that's just pure.
Yeah, that's got to go.
That's a bit much. I don't know.
I think we
a 4-2-2 from Arachnophobia. That's interesting.
I like a vertical tiki taka, because as you say, it will keep us in charge. Although we got the Georgian press is I don't know. I think we'll stick with.
I like the look of wing play.
we've got. So if you click on a tactic, whichever one you fancy. So if you fancy wing play, hit it, and then that will basically give you a little overview as to sort of what you can expect from playing that.
I think we can get the best of our squad here, Dan.
Let's do that. Let's go with that. So let's choose a formation.
Choose formation.
So these are the formations. You can obviously have your own. We can play whatever formation we like, but these are the ones that are recommended for wing play. That 4-3-3 DM wide could work. I like that formation. That's something I've played myself before. I think that will suit the Villa squad nicely. We can sit Dougie in that 6.
Absolutely.
I think McGinn fits that box-to-box role.
We don't really have many strikers, do we? You know, a bit like Villa at the moment. We've got to be wary of that.
Luxury of 2 at top. We will definitely come to 2 at top at one point. Maybe, who knows, in the not too distant future if Louis Barry starts to do well. But yeah, I think let's go with that. I like that formation, Dan. Let's rock and roll.
Nice one. I like the defensive cover that this formation could potentially offer. So I'm assuming now we put our players in, Dan.
Yeah, so the best way to do this, Dan, is if underneath inbox you've got quick pick. Over on the right hand side, quick pick up there. Just hit that. There you go, and that Craig Shakespeare will just put our best team in there. So this is a template of how we look.
I like this.
And now we can change the player roles. So we can so we've got all the different positions. Yeah, we're probably going to want some inverted wingers. I like the fullbacks. Mings is on the right side. I like Douglas Luiz. We might change him from an anchor. I fancy him as maybe a deep line playmaker. So if you hit that little drop down arrow, here's all the different positions that they can play. So I think, a defensive deep line playmaker, Dan. I like that.
There we go.
Have that.
So
that should be selected.
How do we get rid of this now?
So just hit off that box anywhere. Right,
I'm with you now. Okay.
That should,
So
I like McGinn in that box to box, and I think if we make Barkley an attacking playmaker, get him driving forward into those zones. So again, hit that same thing. So here you go.
Advanced playmaker.
Attacking. A Metsala. His best role apparently is a Metsala, which is interesting.
4-star attack. Here we go. That's what we like.
He likes that. So just hit that. That's good to go.
All good.
And then we can decide what we want to do with the wingers. Who are we playing? Are we going Trezeguet? Are we going Bertie? Who's on the right? Where are we playing Jack? Big questions, mate. Big questions.
I think we go with Bertie on the right, to be fair. He's got the sauce, man. Trez is obviously he's got COVID at the minute.
Get well soon, Trez. I'm sure you're watching, mate.
MTG online saying change Trez for Traore. Your wish is my command. If I know how to do that.
So you should just drag and drop him onto Bertie.
Am I missing him, or am I missing something here?
So
do you see him?
So he's underneath Anwar. Can you see? So it goes Steer, Gilbert, El Ghazi, Bertie.
My bad.
So if you just drag and drop him onto...
There
you go. Boom.
Wow. Look at this, guys. Every day is a learned day. Every day is a learned day. I can't believe I'm 21 years old and I'm only just playing Football Manager. I mean, Charlotte's probably going to hate me now. I'm on Football Manager. Now I'm getting addicted.
I like this squad, mate.
Yeah, this looks good. Now, I see there's squares on here, and I'm sure you guys will play this and that. No. If we're playing with inverted wingers, are we better putting Bertie in a bit closer?
So that red square there is basically just saying you've got so if you hit where it says winger, like you did with Barkley and McGinn Barkley and Douglas to change their roles, you should be able to change into an inverted winger and inverted forward. And now there you go.
There we go.
This is one of Football Manager's all-time greatest myths, Dan, is that what is the difference between an inverted winger and an inverted forward? Nobody knows. I refuse to believe that there is a difference. I don't know why there's 2 options.
Wow! Look at this. Look at the stats here for Grealish as an inverted inverted winger. Sorry. Wow.
Let's have. Yeah, we'll have
go with that.
So, there you go. I like how this is looking. Yeah. So the fullbacks are playing as wing backs, which is nice. Means they're going to be getting forward. I think should we change Mings and Consta to ball playing centre halves?
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll go ball playing.
So
I think maybe it would be better if we had Mings as a no nonsense. He's got better stats for ball playing, hasn't he?
I think I trust them playing, and then maybe change. We'll have Emmy as a sweeper keeper.
Yes.
So we know he likes to come off his line. I think he'll be suited quite well to that, or he should do. Yeah, so it's about the same. We can have him as a nice sweeper keeper.
Someone's saying Barkley further forward, Dan.
Yeah, I think that's something So you can just drag and drop him to wherever you want, and so we can play him up there. But I think for now, if we leave him in that Metzala role, he's going to get caught forward quite a lot. And so I think for now, not to say that, not to, sorry, who is it? Callum. I think we'll leave him there just for now. If we'll see how involved he gets. And so that I think is looking good for now, Dan. So then if you go to in possession, that box on the left hand side, if you just hit that, this is basically how Villa are going to play. So you've got a lot of it going as we're playing wing play. So our attacking width is set to extremely wide, overlapping fullbacks, passing into space, high tempo. We're playing quite a direct style of football, no time wasting. So then you can just set whether you want to hit early crosses, work the ball into the box, play for set pieces, which is essentially just put Jack Grealish on the pitch. These are all different things that we can play with, mate.
Yeah. Work ball into the box probably makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. I think if we hit that, and then I think maybe take that passing directness down a little bit. So if you just drag that down to maybe a little bit lower, there should be like one between there and the lowest you can go. So about there, I reckon.
That seems
so
right.
Nice short passes, get it out to the wings, try and work it into the box, get those inverted wingers cutting in, and we'll play some sexy football, mate.
We like the high tempo. We like time wasting. We'll do that.
I like that.
Someone in the chat, have we played this formation this season? I think we have once. It's mainly been a 4-2-3-1 double pivot, or just a slightly flatter 4-5-1 when we're out of possession. But who's Terry and who's Dino, asks Cal. Well, Charlotte seems to think you look like Dino, Dan. Obviously, a much better looking Dino.
Dan, is that neither of us are Dino.
Yeah,
we're Morgan and Wise. This is a new era. Who is Dean Smith? I've never heard of this man.
Do you know what though? While we're doing this, I mean, obviously people can't actually see you at the moment, Dan. But knowing what Dan looks like from listening to the podcasts and stuff, if you guys let us know our lookalikes, we've been meaning to do this. We've had a few people in the comments of the podcast comment some lookalikes for the two of us, Villa lookalikes, that is. Someone said Dan looks like Michael Bublé, which I just didn't see at all. But
I've had Tom Heaton, I've had Dean Smith, I've had Joe Hart. I get a lot. There's been a few Joe Harts. I think that's
just because you play in goal and you got blonde hair, mate. I don't see that.
I think that's a lazy one. Yeah. So yeah, if you've got anyone watching, there's 26 of you currently watching. So if any of you have are regular watchers or know what Dan and I look like, let us know, because Absolutely. This is we Dan and I often talk about this.
We keep forgetting to mention it on the podcast, so we thought we'd ask you guys. And I mean, Dan, in terms of setup, I think we're all good here now, aren't we?
Yeah. So just if you hit in, we can have a look what we do in transition. We won't change too much. This is just sort of how we move forward with the ball. We're getting it out wide. I think one thing I'd hit is when possession has been lost, we'll counter press. We'll squeeze teams.
I like that.
The rest I'm fine with, and then out of possession, you can see that. So that is just underneath in transition again. So this is basically what we do when we're defending.
Yes.
We've got a slightly lower line of engagement, which means we're not. So again, you can drag these. The defense is holding a pretty high line. I've just had a text off Els, Dan.
Shout out to Els, man.
As a friend of the pod. Rob Green. Myself.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, Els, well in, mate. Well in. That's brilliant. Yeah. No, I see that one.
I think we can play a standard or a higher defensive line down. I think both our centre backs are going to be quite fleet-footed. So it's up to you whether. I think much higher. I don't think we're quite 09-10 Barcelona yet. So sort of playing on the halfway line might be a bit much. But
I think that's all right.
I think keep it nice and compact. I can do that.
Sounds good to me.
So we've got a big question, and I think, Dan, this is potentially one for the guys in the comments. Do you guys want to see us delegate the friendlies to our assistant, or do you want Dan and I to play them ourselves? This is because we've got, I think, the next game, Dan. So if you go to our schedule, which again is where like development center and tactics and all that have been, over on the far left-hand side.
I've pressed the wrong thing, haven't I? Schedule. Here we go. So we play against our second 11 next.
Yeah, so this is every time you start a save, it pits you up against basically your under 23s. So So up the Villa, says Els. Up the Villa indeed.
Up the Villa, Els. Shout out to Els.
So we've got. It looks like, Dan, we're going to Austria in pre-season.
Wow.
So that's what it looks like. That's Admira Wacker and those. I think that's Austria. So do you guys want to see us play these games? Do you want to see us play the under-23s?
Eden wants us to take charge. So I say we. I see. We're hearing conflicting things right now. I say we skip the under-23s and we'll play. Yeah. We'll play one of the pre-season friendlies. I think to appease everyone here.
So I think what we'll do, Dan, is if you go to staff, which is above schedule. And responsibilities, which is at the top near overview.
Yes.
You got it? And so now this is basically where we get lazy. This is everything that we can decide what we do and what either the likes of Christian Perslow or what our assistants do. And so if you go back to responsibilities, hit that drop down arrow down.
Yeah.
Go to match right at the very bottom.
Match.
And so you should see there, leads all friendly matches. Can you see that? It's the third one down.
Yes.
And so if you hit that arrow, you can decide who's going to take charge tomorrow. So we can have anyone. We can have Neil Cutler, Richard O'Kelly, John Terry.
I think we let Cuts have this, man. We'll let Big Cuts.
We'll give it Cuts.
I like Big Cuts. Another Dan Wiseman lookalike, Neil Cutler, could be your dad.
Wow. Yes.
He could well.
I wish, mate. I wish. That would be nice. So we'll let my dad. Here we go. Have in charge of this one. So and then what we'll do is we'll play that game, and then after we've done that, Dan, after they've played tomorrow, we'll change it back and we'll play it friendly.
We've seen some good points in the comments here, Dan, saying that if we need to play the game so as we can see how the tactics play out. So that is a good point. To be fair,
for sure.
So we'll confirm that and.
Should we go back to the inbox? We'll advance some time, mate. We'll try and see how the boys do.
So here's our training schedule for you guys. Registration windows open for the squad, so that's something that we'll have to consider who we're going to register. Someone's saying Luke Shaw in the comments. He could be an interesting player to go out and get in January. Homegrown players update. Shout out to all the young guys who played the other night, man, as well. I'm seeing Anando here. Obviously,
we
Barry.
can't stop talking about that, can we?
That's amazing. But yeah, let's fast forward. Code of conduct. Oh, okay.
I think this is something that's usually predetermined. We don't usually have too many problems with this. Craig Shakespeare's put it together. So if you hit, so where it says ask Craig Shakespeare to pick.
Yeah.
He's been in the game long enough. We don't need to. So he'll hit that, and then we can confirm that. That's good to go. So that we'll have a team meeting with the players, which has just come up. You see it's up there, meet the players, and we can introduce ourselves to the squad.
Here we go. Oh, look at this, man. Right.
So here's all the boys. They're ready. Encouraged. Tom Heaton is pleased. Elmo encouraged. Douglas Luiz encouraged. Trezeguet encouraged. You'd love to see it.
Slightly positive from Conor Hourihane, which is I don't know. I guess that Neil
Dan's
Taylor
going to be going extra hard on Conor Hourihane. He'll be taking no BS on Conor Hourihane at any point in these streams. And so the one thing we need to be wary of here, Dan, is that players will react positively and negatively depending on what we say in this interview. And I think what we have to consider is that right now, everyone at the club is expecting us to fight against relegation, and that will be the players included. So if we walk in here now and go, right, lads, this is it, Champions League, we're going on a European tour, baby, they're all going to be up in arms. So let's take things steady. We'll go positive. Consider our responses.
So here we go. I mean,
so this is so Jack has welcomed us. He said, on behalf of the team, I would like to welcome you and look forward to playing under your leadership.
We love you, Jack.
And I think so. This is where we make promises, and I don't think we want to get drawn into anything too early, Dan, especially with no transfer window. We don't want to promise that we're going to plan to improve the defence when we're not allowed to sign anyone.
That is true.
So I think we go down to the bottom there, if you scroll down, and this is where we can talk about youth. So I like that option where we say we're going to be giving the younger players a look at the squad, giving them a chance.
There we go.
You reckon?
Yeah, we'll get that first option. That sounds good.
JJ's loving it.
Keen and Downcast. I'm not sure if that'll change anything, but if everyone else is happy, by all means, go for it. Well, Keenan, you must know we love you, man. If you listen to the podcast, you know that we love Keenan Van Nistelrooy. So you should be gassed, my man. You should be gassed. What's next, Dan?
So,
do we select more?
Oh, Dan, yes. Oh, my God. I forgot to tell you about these. So this is the best thing ever put in a Football Manager game ever. Hand gestures. They're amazing. So at least, so we can point fingers, wave hands, raise hands. It will all affect players' morale. But the best thing about this is that at half time or at full time, you can throw water bottles.
No. Oh,
in
wow.
rage, so you can start lenging water bottles around the dressing room. It's brilliant. I think we saved the water bottles for now.
Yeah.
So I think if we look at staff and coaches, maybe
I will intend to make changes to coaching staff. Oh, I don't know about that.
If anyone is, I like that.
Yeah.
Coaching courses, maybe.
Yeah.
Let them know that
Conor Hourihane may be looking for an early retirement.
So they're not. Don't worry about that. I mean, they're not basically saying they're not that bothered about taking their coaching badges, so that's fine. So I think we cut the promises there, Dan, and we'll discuss expectations. So here we go. The boys are looking good.
I think we go. I strongly believe there's enough ability in this squad for us to avoid being drawn into a relegation battle this season. I think that's the kind of response that's going to it's going to get people gassed. You can see. We don't want Jack Grealish to leave because we don't want to lose a viewer in Cal, I think it was. But so that's important. That's important.
Pump those fists, Dan. Pump those fists.
Pump them fists. There we go.
And then we'll have that reaction. So pump the fists, and we'll get a little pump and go. Yes,
there we go.
That's exactly it. Okay, maybe not the final, but I think a good account of ourselves.
Yeah, we've got to do better. Yep, Jack thinks we can do that. It's great that the captain is seeing that. That's exactly the sort of reaction that I'm after. We're going to pump our fists one more time.
Yes,
just to show how gassed we are.
I just realised that I keep pumping my fists and no one can see me.
No one can see apart from me.
I'm pumping these fists, guys. There you go.
There we go. Come on, up the ticks. Code of conduct is fine. Grealish has said. I don't think it will make much difference.
Hopefully we don't need to use that, Dan. That's the most important
I think
thing
we'll go for this. I think this will benefit everyone. We'll go kind of neutral there. Gilbert, negative. Wow, he's an influential player. That's interesting. Let's hit the summary there. That's it. Wow, this is right. Here's the thing.
Wow, Dan, they are loving it.
There we go. They're loving the Morgan and Wise era. It has begun. It's begun.
Look at that locker room atmosphere down at the bottom. The players are enjoying playing together, are pulling in the same direction. You should have no cause for complaint.
I'm looking at Lovre Kalinic being very positive with his body language.
That's it. I mean, if we've managed to persuade Lovre Kalinic that he wants to be at this club, then we can do anything.
Absolutely. I've got some advice from Craig Shakespeare here on player development. Douglas Luiz could become slightly better than John McGinn. Well, Craig, I'd argue he is. Keenan could become slightly better than Mbwana Samatta. Wow. And injury risk update. Let's have a look. So JJ, low match sharpness, so we want to be a bit careful with him. We've promoted him to the first team squad. If anyone new has joined the stream, we just got to look at how John McGinn struggled last season to know. We've got to look after these players, man. Bjorn, very high risk of injury, which isn't great.
So I think what we need to. So this is basically just. Sam, we need to take it light in pre-season. Yeah. Don't ask anything too much of the boys. We want to keep those boys fresh, and so we should hopefully meet the media.
Here we go.
This is an important part. Let's go. Straight into your first presser.
Boys
from WM, Talksport, they're all here.
Shout out to
How does it feel, Dan?
I mean, wow. Overwhelming emotional excitement, I'd say, Dan. I think that's our excitement. 442, you stand here today unveiled as new Aston Villa head coaches. As a big fan of the club, surely this must be a dream come true. Well, of course it is. Do you know what? We're going to go with the Dino.
I think that's. We don't want to.
It's a special day. There's work to be done. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to gas it too much. Many people think that Aston Villa's payroll budget is simply too small to bring in high quality players. That's a load of rubbish.
Hey, you've never met Nassef and Wes.
Do you know what? We're going to disagree here. Do you know what? No, we'll go with I don't want to discuss club finances. There's no need to.
You don't want to, yeah.
There's no need to. Someone in the comments, McGinn's better than Douglas. Wow, that's a shout, Cal. That's a shout. You take one step into the role of head coach despite being just 26 years of age. Critics have suggested that you struggle to command respect in the locker room that can contain his players that are older than you. What do you say to that? Well, do you know what?
I think that you don't think age is important. The best way to earn the respect of players is by winning games. Yeah. I think that's we got to go with that.
You just got to look at Julian Nagelsmann, haven't you? You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He commands the respect very well, even if he does wear some absolutely outrageous two pieces. What is it about this job that appealed to you? Where's the option that we needed content on the channel, Dan? I don't see that option. Do you know what? We'll keep our reasons private. You help to be relatively close to help you getting the fans on side.
I think it can help. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? We'll go with that one. What do you think of the Aston Villa squad? Couldn't be happy with the squad on paper. At least looks formidable. I'd say that's a fair response. Yeah. We'll go with that.
The best team in the world.
If you've met the players already, what was their reaction to your appointment? It's got to be the first one, hasn't it, Dan?
Yeah, they're loving it. I think it's fair to say.
Absolutely. Wow. I mean, there's plenty of questions here. I should.
So you can see the questions remaining. See that at the top? It's like a wheel.
I see that. Yeah.
And it decreases every time you answer one, so you can see how many you've got left. You can also storm out in the bottom right. So if you get fed up with things, you can go full Jose. Get the hell out of
there. Question from Callum. Any transfer rumour mills coming soon? We've had a few requests for a few players that haven't been linked that we may explore, Cal. That's something that Dan and I have spoke about. But sometimes when we do speak about these players, some people get a bit confused as to if there have been links, if they think we may be fabricating. Of course, we don't want to kind of add to any false narrative. As you guys know who watch the transfer rumour mills, you know that we like to, we're picking a player who generally there's always one that's linked and one that Dan and I pick, and that we think would benefit the squad. That there aren't any links for, so maybe there'll be some. I think, to be fair, it looks like it's going to be a quiet January. I'd be really happy if we could get Alissi done. Leeds fans still coming after you. We've not had too many, to be fair, Cal. We've not had too many Leeds fans, have we, Dan? Since that one. Do you know what though? The Leeds fans, there's that old saying, Dan, isn't there? No, there's no such thing as bad press, right? And I mean, certainly for not only our Villa podcast, but for a load of other guys as well, everyone's podcast did numbers after we lost to Leeds because the Leeds fans are mad. So yep. shout out to the Villa podcast, Villa Together podcast, all them guys. I saw the numbers skyrocket. So that's really good, and obviously they helped us out as well. Do you know what? We'll aim for the stars. We'll go for that one. How hard do you expect them to work? Balance.
I think that's the most important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There you go, mate. That's all. Wow. That's a wrap.
Do you know what? This is strange because we've probably been playing for about 30 minutes, and there's not. I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this. We've not played a game yet, so I think we've got this out of the way. We've done the media. I think this is our first delegated game against our under-23s. We're letting Neil Cutler have a go.
So it is the friendly. It takes place at Bodymore. Let's see how Let's see how the boys go on. Hopefully it will just sort of skip to the end, and we can see how the boys did.
Here we go.
So we'll go to tomorrow, and then we'll play against. Is that Gillsfield, whoever that is, on the 1st of August.
Ollie Watkins and Jack Grealish.
So if you click that 2-0 win, Dan, just the score. There you go. We can see the teams, how the boys did.
XG, Dan, you must hate this.
This is the first year they've put XG into the game. Unbelievable. But what? So if we're looking at XG, Dan, they had an XG of 0.03, 1.42 for the Villa. So if you click at the top, Aston Villa second XI, I think we'll have played the other boys in the squad. So not there. We're above the formation.
My bad.
There you go.
With you. Wow.
So that's who we took on. That's a defensive formation.
Do you know what though? Silla, he balled out the other night. Obviously Barry scored, which was brilliant. Rowe, fantastic assist for Barry. That was brilliant. Mungo Bridge, Dominic Ravan, both looking incredible. It looks like we subbed our goalkeeper, which is strange as an OD. 7.1 there, Dan. That's. I mean, I'm not too worried about the formation that they've played. They're playing against the big boys and kept the deficit down.
I think Neil Cutler said that we should be very happy with that. And I mean, when you consider that that's the first game of pre-season, we've sent our goalkeeping coach in to manage it, and we've come out 2-0 winners. Nice goal from two lads that are going to be really important this season. I've got no beef with that.
Shout out to the people in the comments as well. Sheffield United fans pretty salty. Yeah, they were, to be fair. They were very salty after that podcast. So excited for this. Took Villa to the dizzy heights of 15th and got the sack. AJ, well, let's hope that's not the case for us. And Mark Jarobi, everyone's favourite American Villa fan. Same formation we played against Liverpool. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Mark. Oh, we can watch the goals here as well. That's sick. Right, should we watch the goals, Dan?
Yeah, let's see how we do.
Let's see them. Right. Have I pressed that? Why is it not playing? Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Generating match report. Do you know what? I've got to say, I'm really impressed with how the laptop's handled this, Dan. This is.
I think the best thing to take from that, Dan, is that there was a second-minute booking for Ezri Konsa, which means he's taking no nonsense from the under-23s.
He's an absolute bully. Oh my god! Right, first of all, why is the light has blocked that? I didn't get to see how Watkins touched that down. That is outrageous. I know we've put all this money into Bodymore, but come on, that is outrageous. Look at Jack, slows the game down. I mean, keeper's got to do
there
better
you go.
near post. He's got to do better.
We'll take what we can get. There we go. 2 decent goals. They've sent us on our way. So I think we're good. I think, Dan, should we take charge of our first preseason game? Ready, the boys?
I think we do. So now, are we going down to staff here, Dan?
Yeah, back to staff.
Yeah.
And we'll back to responsibilities into match. You know the drill.
Oh god, I can't even see match.
Right down the bottom again.
Right. Neil Cutler. Sorry, mate. We're going to have that
go.
one back. They were
Back
good
in
goals,
charge.
weren't they, guys? Let us know what you thought.
Just
about
make sure
goals.
you hit confirm. Otherwise,
yeah,
we'll be sending Neil back out onto the touchline.
We love Neil.
So there we go. Right, we're ready. We've got Gilsfield. If anyone by the small miracle is from Gilsfield, let us know that pronunciation.
Yeah, why not?
I think, but yeah, Dan, have you got a burner social media account? Are you disguised as William McCatting asking why should Conor Horan start?
I've been exposed. 126 likes on that as well. I wish my socials were that engaged, to be honest. And wow, that's brilliant. I like how this is giving updates for other teams as well. So we're seeing Cagliari's Joao Pedro, $10 million.
Oh, wow.
I've clearly got this on the wrong settings. This is saying dollars.
Like right down there, Dan, we've been linked with a move for Pablo Rosario from PSV, and that's amazing because we haven't even opened the transfers yet. Amazing.
Teamtalk.com. Frauds. Okay, so here we go. Go into our inbox. Let's see how things are doing. We've done.
I think Hammer is a bit harsh.
Yeah. It's hard to say when you can only see the floodlight for the one goal. How do we advance here, Dan? Is it home? Continue. That's the one. So we're going to take our first. Here we go. Full report on Goisfield. That's what we're going to go with. He's not been able to complete a report. Interesting.
Yeah. So this happens whenever you play small teams. Is that basically because there's no data on them? We just. But I don't think we set up.
Bertrand Traore's injured. What?
Oh no. Hopefully it's only a minor one. You get these little. They just have little 1-day things, and that happens all the time. So.
Wow. So
if you just run it back, go to transfers and contracts advice summary. So here, this is interesting. This is Johan Lange, big up. He's recommended that these players get contracts and get loaned out. And so, to be honest with you, I like a loan list for Akos and Odi.
Yeah,
I think that's a good good move.
We'll
so I think just hit apply.
Yeah.
And I think it's up to you as to what if anything else from that list takes your fancy.
That brings us on to a good point, Dan. Mark Jerobi in the chat. Has Keenan Davis been on loan yet? Now, I'd be reluctant to loan Keenan out. Firstly, because this is the Keenan Villa podcast. Second of all, we're short on options up front, so I'm more than happy to send Barry out on loan. But I think for at least now, obviously, if you guys are new to the stream, we're not going to sign anyone till January. We've disabled the transfer window for us, so I think we'll send Barry out. But as for Keenan, Dan, I think it's probably best we keep him.
Yeah, I agree.
In terms of contracts, Swinkles came on the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I think we can give the green light to all these contracts.
Yeah, I think this
ourselves. Okay.
We can do, or we can delegate this. We can leave this to Perslow or Johan or whoever we please. Just not Neil Cutler, maybe.
No, I don't think Neil's. He's
so
got great
if we head
advice.
the arrow in the top left, just to go back.
Here we go.
We'll come back to those.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can sort that out.
What's going on with Bertie?
This is some big news. Disappointing to report.
Oh, that's okay.
Traore has had some slight discomfort in training. Winger looks to be suffering from a tight thigh. 1 to 2 days. Oh, that's fine. We're
going to get a load of these in pre-season.
Yeah,
that's just the nature of the.
Oh, look at Langer. Of course, we've got a Scandinavian player.
Straight in with Copenhagen.
Where I rate that. Training review. Let's have a look at that. Ezri Konsa, stand out for us. I mean, that all looks good, Dan.
Nice.
Let's get into our first game. I'm interested to see how this is because I think again, when I played this before, I wasn't very good at it. So we got a load of emails. Oh, sorry, I've just skipped one there. Pre-season report from Leeds. We're not worried about Leeds. Fitness tests. Bertie.
So Bertie's passed the test.
Okay.
There you go.
And Lansbury, forgotten man. Here is our schedule. Busy. We got a big gap in between these fixtures as well, Dan, for us to sort some stuff out. I think just kind of looking at we'll definitely play our first one. I think we maybe play the second one and then probably call it a night on the stream. Unless you guys obviously want more, let us know in the chat. And obviously, if you have any questions, just in general about Villa, about us, about whatever, about the stream, more than happy to answer. Okay. So this looks like these are players to scout. Am I right?
Yeah, so it's whether we want to scout in the... I think both of those are good places to scout. We can pick up some gems in the Under-23 Prem Cup, and that's the Euro Cup is the Europa League. That's just they don't have the rights, so they might not be bad places to look for players in the future.
Nice.
I think, so this is what we can do with these contracts, is there's a beautiful button on this, Dan, which is just apply recommended action to all. It's a beautiful thing. So basically, Johan knows his stuff. It's basically saying we just delay, wait to see how the season goes, and then we can talk about new deals maybe in January.
There we go. And Callum's just asked in the chat, terminate Landry's contract. It's a possibility. We'll have to see. Recruitment meeting. Wow, okay.
So Christian, Johan, Craig Shakespeare and Rob McKenzie have invited us in for a meeting. We
can
let's
go
do
for
it.
this. Let's go. So our budget, we have nothing in the transfer budget. Is that because we've turned this window off? So in January we'll have money there.
Yeah, so in January we'll have once we change it back to pounds, we'll know exactly how much we have. My knowledge of the exchange rate isn't as great, so we should have some decent money. But the thing is, on this Football Manager, Dan, they've changed it with COVID in mind. So transfer budgets in the initial windows aren't as high as they would have normally been because they've factored in the fact that teams obviously don't have as much money as normal.
I like that. I think we can end this here. This isn't really relevant now, is it, Dan? So we'll
no, I agree.
Leave this meeting. Thank you for the invite, boys. But we have a game to play before, though. Kane Kessler. A nice little training report here from Mark Harrison. Do you know what? Let's get into our game, Dan.
So let's do it. Let's select our team, Dan. I think what we do in this game, mate, is because we've got Garlesfield, is maybe give some of the lesser lads a run out. Because we only played 2 games ago. So what you've got, Dan, is I'm guessing you've played a bit of career mode this year, similar to FIFA. It's the heart is their fitness, and then the arrow is their match sharpness.
Okay.
So one is obviously how fit they are, and then one is how match ready they are in terms of getting up to the pace of the game, etc., etc. So I think we give some of the lads who didn't play in the last game, give them a run out.
Yeah. I can't remember who played in the last one.
So I think this was the team we put out.
Oh right. Okay.
I think this is how they fielded it.
So
if we go down, maybe put a Jed in goal, maybe. Yeah, Anwar. So I think if you go to quick pick again, Dan.
Quick pick.
See who it puts in. What's that drop down arrow? What does that give us?
Here we go.
Pick a rotated squad, maybe.
Slight rotation.
Full rotation.
See, it automatically did this. I pressed quick pick and it changed it to this.
Oh,
I don't know
cool.
if you saw. So
I didn't actually.
We've got Gilbert, Engels, Horse, and Mings in the back four. Man like Marv holding down the midfield with Connor and Grealish in the centre. I think. Do you know what I think we bring Grealish off and put JJ in. I think Jacob.
Yeah,
Ramsey.
I think maybe give Neil a run at left back too.
Yeah, I don't think we need to play Mings, do we?
No. So give Neil a run at left back maybe, and then drop JJ in there.
Trez,
Neil
Ghazi,
there.
Davis. This seems all right to me.
The only thing is obviously because we've got Keenan in playing instead of Watkins, he's still got Ollie Watkins' role as an advanced forward, and you can see by his star rating he doesn't really like that. So if we got a target man role, maybe we can put him
target man. What about pressing forward?
It's all the same actually. It's all the same. I thought he'd have a higher target man rating, but yeah, pressing forward. What you know Keenan as well as any of us, Dan.
We love Keenan. We'll go with this. I'm happy with this team. I'm
Let's
looking at Conor Hourihane to impress. He's got a very difficult task. We will proceed with the match. I'm excited because you can't from what I gather, Dan, you make the changes. You respond to what's happening basically. You don't play the game like you do with FIFA, do you?
No.
So here's our lineup for anyone who didn't see: Jed Steer in goal, Frederick Gilbert, Bjorn Engels, Courtney Hawes, and Neil Taylor are in the defence. We have got Marvellous Nakamba, Conor Hourihane, and JJ in the midfield with Trezeguet, Keenan Van Nistelrooy, and Anwar El Ghazi spearheading the attack. Pretty much our first team is on the bench with people who we're going for. Let's play. I'm excited. I'm gassed, man. I'm gassed.
So I think, the thing to expect is obviously the boys aren't match sharp. It might take them just a little while to get into the game. So we've been warned about Louis White, show him into his weaker foot, so just do it on that one.
Do it.
So we've got some social media roundup.
Oh, it's this
Amelia is... Yeah, we need to change we've clearly got that on some American stuff. So let's head into the dressing room.
In the chat. Dressing room, right.
Here we go.
Eden, don't worry, Mings isn't left back. That was an autofill. And for George, just before some comments before we get into this. I don't know how to keep it up, but I want to keep it on YouTube. So that is the plan, yeah. So you guys will be able to watch this back if you fancy. Now, the fabled team talk before the game is something we've all received before Sunday League. This is important, Dan. It feels like we've come full circle. Morgan and Wise, we're giving our first team talk. We're gonna pump fists. That's our favourite gesture.
We love it. Go out there and impress. That's what I think we go.
I think that's it. That's a great shout out.
The boys are composed. Marv's looking complacent. We'll have none of that, Marv.
None of that.
Less of this.
Come on, you're better than that. El Ghazi is starting. Yes, Cal. Let's go. Teams are walking out. Now, do you know what? I mean, it obviously doesn't look as good as FIFA, but that's part of the charm, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Nakamba.
It's a beautiful.
He's a bit slow. This is.
So if you hit the cog in the top right, Dan.
Interesting.
We can change there. So we'll go. I don't think for this we need extended highlights. So just change those to key.
Key highlights. There we go.
And then we can speed up the match speed during highlights. So you should be able to drag that, and we can just that will speed things up.
There we go. Keenan's just headed the chance over. Wow. So what happens here then? What's this?
So this is basically all we've got. So that touchline tablet is basically just visualizers of the game.
Hey, Bjorn has scored. We won.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. 16 minutes on the clock.
Hourihane delivered that as well. I mean, I said before, guys, I wanted him to.
If I speak.
I was expecting something, and from a dead ball situation, I expect nothing less. So, VAR's checking this.
Oh no! Is it offside?
I didn't know VAR was in Football Manager. Wow!
There we go. So what we got here, Dan, is you got the stats. This is basically a visualizer of all the different stuff at the games, and then you've got the lads along the bottom, so you can see them all. They've got their match ratings, their general fitness. You've got the bottom is just their general mood. And so we'll see how the boys. We're half an hour played, got a goal, which is good. No egg on our face just yet.
Good ball in the box from JJ there. Wow.
That's nice stuff. Nice stuff.
This is
some defending to do.
There we go. Nice.
There we go. On the counter.
Look at that pace from Anwar. Oh, is that a penalty?
Oh, it is.
Wow. Okay, who's
Trezeguet goes on pens. Here we go.
Oh, that is dreadful. He's dropped. No. He's not playing. He's not playing next man. That is dreadful, guys. Trezeguet. Right. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments who you want taking penalties, because I don't want Trez anywhere near them.
I've just seen Mark in the comments. Yes, Dan is hopefully going to get very addicted to this.
Oh, there we go. Anwar at the back stick.
Oh, there we go.
The thing is, though, Mark, this is my kind of thing, right? So, like, on FIFA, for those of you guys who play FIFA, like, I don't actually like to play FIFA. I like to grind the menus. And this is the kind of game where it's... I don't have to do a lot. I just have to select things. So, yeah, I can see myself becoming addicted to this. Wow, this is great. See, it helped because when I played this before, it was kind of, as I said, it was during the first lockdown. and I was kind of I didn't know what to do. I was like a rabbit in headlights. I needed someone to hold my hand, and here he is, Wiseman. Obviously, you can't see him, unfortunately. But this is great. So let's go to the dressing room. It's half time. We're 2-0 up. Shout out to George in the comments, man. He's gassing up El Ghazi. How do we play this, Dan? Because we're 2-0 up, but we've missed a penalty.
So I think what we do is we just say, just keep going. I don't think we lay into them too much. I think the only thing is that maybe if we have a look at if we drop your response to the team talk, mate. I think the one that Craig Shakespeare is recommending is a nice one.
Yeah,
I think go with that. And if we go to tactics in the bottom left, very bottom left.
Your face is in the bottom left for me. There we go. Unfortunately, you guys can't see Dan.
And I think, is there anyone on the bench you want to see? We've brought all the boys with us. I think we have accidentally left Tyrone Mings in the lineup. So
did we? Oh, wow. Sorry. Do you know what? Someone did say Mings at left back. It was Eden. My bad.
So maybe drop him not drop him, but give Neil a run out in the second half.
Yeah.
See what he's got.
On Neil?
So it's again a drag and drop thing.
Oh, it's a drag and drop thing. Okay, so if you
yeah, that's the one. And then you sort of grab Tyrone and then drag him. There you go.
Who have we got on the bench? Do you know what? Do we have a limit on subs?
No, you should make so you can if you scroll down, you should have all the gang.
See, now I wanna go like slightly psycho and put Kalinic in.
Let's do it. I think
Kalinic
I don't know.
For Jed. I love you, Jed, but let's see what Lovrez's about. He was gassed in the meeting.
If we go to our mentality, Dan, we're unbalanced at the moment, and I think we can go attacking. Let's go for the throat, and let's go for the jugular in the second half. Try and get some goals.
Start second half. Here we go. We've made 2 changes. Neil Taylor and Lovre Kalinic have come in. Shout out to Dom, love the podcasts. Love you too, mate. We love the support. It means the most. Hopefully, we can better our first half, get 2 or more goals. Hopefully not miss a penalty. I never want to see Trez on penalties again, man. That's outrageous.
Just whilst Dom's put that in the chat, Dan, I'm just going to use this time whilst you can see us absolutely battering Gilesfield. Transfer rumours. We know you guys love them. Is there anyone that you guys want to see? Is there any rumours that you've seen, or if not, Dan and I just like to. We do get lambasted for it, but just touch on players that you guys have seen recommended, or that we fancy. Is there any rumours that we've missed out on? We did Brooks and Elise the other day, and we got very excited over those ones. But you guys seem to love those more than anything. So, if there's anyone that you guys want to see,
Dan saying Weghorst, Dan.
We did see that on Twitter. That's an interesting one. I don't actually know too much about him. I'm quite lazy with the Bundesliga, actually. I really do watch a fair bit but I probably don't watch as much Bundesliga as I should, actually. So that would be an interesting one for me.
For the knowledge there, Dan. I watch a bit of Bundesliga. So maybe we can talk about that.
Best
Anthony,
performer.
this on console or PC? This is on PC. Oh, the game's ended. Full time 2-0. And wow, Conor Hourihane is man of the match.
Best performer.
But
I'm saying nothing.
Here's the thing. This is a joint venture. So if Dan wants to play Connor, I have no superiority here. I can't overrule him. This is a democracy. We believe in democracy. So for now, Connor's kept his place in the side, but he better be aware in the future, man. He better keep look over his shoulder.
Good performance. I'm happy with that. It's a good preseason game, mate. Got the minutes in. Got a couple of goals.
We're happy with that. We'll go with Shakespeare's recommended one. And,
boys are looking good. There you go.
We'll continue. No other games have been played yet.
So now, Dan, I think in pre-season, if you go back to our schedule, we've got a little gap now, don't we?
Yeah,
we've got some time. So I think why not? Should we arrange a friendly? If we can get one in, so we've got another 2 weeks before we play again, and I think that's too long in pre-season because the fitness that we've built up and the match sharpness that we built up in 2 weeks' time would have just dropped back down again.
Yeah.
So if you go to arrange friendly at the bottom,
arrange friendly. Here we go.
And so you can select the day on which you want to play the friendly. So we could probably put a couple in, actually, rotate the team a bit, and we'll get some pre-season games on the go.
So shall we go? We'll go here. We'll go for the 6th, and we'll go the 11th. I think that. Oh wait, do I have to?
Do we have? And we might have to plug them in one at a time. Okay, so you can see on the right, you can just choose who you want to play now.
Yeah.
So we've got the venue. It's at home. The date's good. So if you go to where it says choose,
there we go. Right, okay.
You can play whoever you like. You can play larger, similar. I think we don't want anything too testing. So I think either a smaller or very, I wouldn't say very small, but just maybe a smaller reputation team.
I say Brentford.
I like it.
I say Brentford. We'll go for Brentford.
Test ourselves.
We'll confirm that. That's great that we can just organise pre-season friendlies like that. Should we add another one as well, Dan?
Yes, I think maybe a week. About the 11th. I like that.
We'll go for the 11th
because we've got to get out to Austria. So you've got to. So it will say also the price of the friendlies. So
okay.
when you've got the different sides, I think did we play Crew? Did we play Crew in pre-season?
We did. So I think that's an annual one. So we'll put Crew in. We'll book that one.
And we'll get some domestic friendlies in, and I think we can probably play the Brentford one, and then shall we leave pre-season to the trusted hands of Craig Shakespeare?
I'd say
Dan,
so.
Look at that first game of the season. Baggies at home.
Oh, that's big. That'll
Baggies
have to be
at Liverpool.
for the next episode, won't it? I think.
Wow. So there's one to tune in for.
Bjorn Engel starts. I'm not watching. Amelia, you need to chill out, love. Hurahan starts. I mean, Samantha, you got to chill as well. We don't want to gas Connor too much in this. A few comments here. Can we see Brooks and Alissi in this game? Arachnophobia. I think we'll definitely sign Alissi in this game. We'll see if something can be done about David Brooks, I think. As I say, I think with the signings that we're going to make, we're going to try and aim for the... we're going to sign... If Villa sign anyone, we will sign them, just to keep it realistic. But then, obviously, there are players who we do want to sign. Alissi is definitely one of them, so even if we don't sign him, we'll probably go for him. But yeah, no, I mean, that's all good, man. Papa John's trophy. There we go. This settles the debate as well, Dan.
Oh,
Birmingham is the North. You know, there's this constant North versus South debate on Twitter. You know, people are always going on about it and slating Birmingham. But if it comes to it, if you have to pick sides, Football Manager has decided that we're in the North, mate. We're in the North for the Papa John. I want to win the Papa John's, by the way. I love Papa John's. If Papa John's would sponsor us, that'd be brilliant.
That is the greatest name in. That's actually the Papa John's Trophy is up there, and I think it's like the we're in Scotland. I think the equivalent's like the Caramel Wafer Cup or something like that. Brilliant. And this. But Dan, I should mention this is brilliant. So in Football Manager, they have that. You know the new Europa League that's coming? It's like the Europa League Championship. It's like the Europa League below the Europa League.
Yeah.
They've introduced that. It's on Football Manager.
Oh, wow.
So it comes in the season after next. So if you finish like 7th or 8th in the league, we'll be put into the Europa League or the Euro Cup 2, it's called on this game.
That's brilliant.
And it's so fun. So fun. Some of the teams you come across, you get like, honestly, away trips to Kazakhstan midweek have never sounded so good. It's great fun.
That's what we love to see. From Anthony by Renato Sanchez, that's definitely a player we'll look at. I think we've got to look at where because I mean the expectations are that we'll be fighting relegation, so maybe the budget will suggest that, and hopefully we'll have some money to spend. From Mark Girobi, worth dropping a few general tactic shots in training, get the lads more familiar with the tactics as well as pre-season. Good tip, Mark. Appreciate that.
Love that.
So, friendly between Spennymoor and Aston Villa has been cancelled due to scheduling a contract with Fleetwood. We'll just press rearrange there. Oh God, we got to do this right.
Is this for the under 23s?
Under 23s, mate.
It will get done. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, we'll select a random date and hope for the best. And let's move on. Here we go. So we'll play. I think we'll let us know in the comments. We're gonna play out our game against Brentford. Do you want to see more after that? I mean, we've got 29 concurrent viewers. We were up to about 35 just before then, so it seems like people's interest is peaking, which is really good. So let us know if you want to carry on. Maybe we could do 1 or 2 more games before we come off for the evening. Just let us know, but we'll definitely be playing. This is great. Now I've been walked through it, Dan.
Getting into it.
I'm feeling this. And this is at a dangerous time as well. I've got a dissertation to do, which I've been working on this afternoon.
My God, El Mohammadi's a British citizen.
Oh wow!
What a moment for him. There he is.
Wow. Do you know what? I need to screen cap this. Wow,
welcome to the
brilliant.
British Isles. Shout
out to Elmo. Hopefully we can get him in the England squad. You never know. That's brilliant. Wow. Think right. This kind of stuff just doesn't happen in FIFA. Wow. That's brilliant. As we can see here, Brentford and crew, they have accepted our request.
Nice.
Which is very good. Training schedules have changed. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Elmo Beckenbauer for England, surely, guys. We want that in the comments. Here we go. We've got some post-match analysis, which is good. XG of 2.5, good. Maybe suggest that we could be scoring a few more goals. Nice little scouting report on Brentford here. Dan, we know all about Brentford.
It seems only fair we play them in pre-season. We rob half their squad every year. So
I tell you
the least we can give is give them a friendly.
Brian Mbuemo is a baller, straight up.
I like so many players. Yeah. If Els is still playing, Els have a love affair with Josh Da Silva. He absolutely adores the man, and I'm really coming around to that. He's a great little player as well. And Rico Henry, there's a player I want to sign, Dan. That's my first claim. I think if we're losing, I think Neil Taylor will find his way out of this squad. As the years go by. Rico is a player I'd love in real life, and on this, I think he'd be a tidy little signing.
Absolutely. Also, it's like shout out to Els on the job at West Ham, man. I saw that the other day.
Yeah, massive.
That's amazing. So Els, if you're still listening, shout out to you, my man. Doing bits. You love to see it. Here we go. Scout meeting Vincenzi Guaita. We don't want him. Again, we need to change the dollars here. Mark's feeling at home, I can imagine. Eden's saying he'd like to watch the first Prem game versus West Brom. Now, I feel like with the amount of games we've got, Dan, we're going to have to save that for the next stream, aren't we?
We've got to keep you guys hungry, man. Well, yeah. That's the real selling point for episode 2. And so you guys better hope that
that's going to be the
more
thumbnail
of these
clickbait as well. That's going to. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to wait for the West Brom game.
The more that COVID unfortunately disrupts this Villa team schedule, the one positive to come out of that is that Dan and I will get on Football Manager. And look at this, Ali Samata's scoring for Fenerbahce as well, which is nice.
That is what
he's getting his first goal.
I
don't know how's he doing in real life
now, won't he?
How's he? I might have. Dan, whilst you just go through our emails and get us up to the Brentford game, I'm gonna, because I don't actually know how Ali's doing.
No, do you know what? There's been a lot of conflicting reports about whether he'd left, whether it was a loan to buy, if he'd been purchased or whatever, which is interesting.
We've just got the.
I feel sorry for Ali, man. Things just didn't work out. I hope people don't.
2 goals.
There we go.
2 goals in 10 games.
I remember seeing one on his Instagram feed actually, and it was like a looping header, if I recall. I hope I think a big thing with just football in general, there's so much reactionary stuff, and like, of course, we're just as bad, Dan, with things we may think or say. But I hope people don't look back at Ali Samata's time at Villa with too much negativity, because he scored in a cup final for us. That's massive, and I think for Samata, regardless, he's done bits, man. Like, he's the first Tanzanian to play in the Premier League. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, I think the thing is with Ali as well is that you've got, look how long it's taken us to get the best of Douglas Luiz. Yeah. I mean, last season, Dan, I remember we were coming on this podcast and debating out of Marvellous Nakamba and Douglas, who we sort of want to see playing the base midfielders going into games. And now those 2 players are poles apart. Yeah. And it's actually, I tweeted off the account the other day, and I probably got the language of the tweet wrong, actually, saying that I was surprised at how well Jordan Verita was doing. I think surprised was the wrong word, but just good on him.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's, there's a case for a player that, you just got to give them time.
Yeah.
And they'll settle into these things. So this is what Craig is suggesting we play against Brentford, Dan, so we can use his suggested squad.
I say so. This is a strong team. We don't want to lose to Brentford.
Hit that, we'll be good. Tyreek Wright. Oh yeah, there you go. Topical. Tyreek Wright is that'll be our next email. He's just signed a new 3-year deal with the club. Shout out to you, Tyreek. Sure you're watching on your loan deal.
Yeah, well, he's just signed for Warsaw, hasn't he, Dan? I don't know if we mentioned this in the podcast yet. He's joined Warsaw on loan, hasn't he?
Don Ravan has signed a new deal as well. I think JJ's just turned pro as well. So good news.
Aaron Ramsey.
Good news all round.
There we go. Get all the Ramsey brothers in. This is really good news.
So yeah, we'll get this game done, Dan. And I think this has been a nice little introduction. I think people have we've set the scene.
Yeah. From Mark Jarobi here, massive respect for Ali. Charity does so much for underprivileged families. Sad to see it different. Yeah, absolutely. And I think every other day, Dan, you would see a post from someone who lives in the Sutton Coldfield area who just bumped into him, just balling out at the park by himself, which is just brilliant. And he's gone down and he's helped coach some young lads who are playing, which is just amazing, man. Like, he seems like an amazing guy. Do you know what? Hopefully, right, we need to make this happen, guys. Go and harass Ali Samata. We need him on the podcast. We need a Zoom. We need Ali Samata on the Villa Filler podcast. It's really hard to try and get guests on. We had a bit of a nice run in the summer, but it's a shame that we, some of the guests that we had on didn't quite materialise. But you guys enjoyed the podcast. That's all that matters. So here we are. This is the team. What it's lining up to look like before we go and play Brentford. I mean, we've got to win this one, Dan. Surely we can't lose to Brentford, can we? This is our full-strength team. I think I may need to change the Ollie. Are we going for pressing forward or advance forward?
I think that's okay. The other thing I think we might change, Dan, is if we go to Ross Barkley, change him to an attacking Metzala as opposed to a supporting one. So you see where you go to Metzala, it's like support and attack. If you hit attack,
there we go.
We should see him a bit more higher up the pitch.
I like that.
But he's passed his fitness test as well, which is good.
We don't
Jed's in goal.
We'll probably sub him at half time. Should we put Emmy in goal? Or
what are we thinking? Let's do it. I think Emmy. We want Emmy up to speed, don't we? So I think in a big game like this, we'll give Emmy the run. The other thing, Dan, is in January we're gonna have to sort out that goalkeeping situation.
Yeah, we got a lot of goalkeepers.
There's a lot going on there, but that's a few episodes away, to say the least. Let's get into this one.
Here we go. Go to match. Get Jack on the podcast. Tell him about the game. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That would be great. Shout out to Cal, quality stream. Really appreciate the love, my man. Here we go. Into the dressing room. We've got a big, we're going to pump the fists. That's going to be our thing on the channel. The fist pump. Fist pumping our way to European football, Dan. That is our mission. This is your chance to impress me. Yeah, we'll go with what Shaky's suggesting here. It's your chance to impress me with yourself.
You don't want to put too much pressure on the lads in pre-season, do you?
We've organised the friendly, so that'll do. Here we go. They're lining up.
Our first look at Villa Park as well, which is big.
Wow. Interesting. So De Silva, Els, if you're still watching, let's hope he doesn't ball out too much. I'm very interested to see how this one pans out. Ivan Toney may be a player that we come in for, Dan, as well. Matty Cash, here we go. Looking good. I mean, we're probably just going to raid Brentford, aren't we, Dan? To keep things realistic. Ollie Watkins, came close to putting Villa. 1-0 up there.
Lucky. We'll take it.
I'm liking the kick it out banners as well. Very realistic.
The best thing about all this is you'll finally be able to follow and appreciate Out of Context Football Manager on Twitter.
Absolutely. I think I follow it, but I don't understand half the jokes. But seeing Elmo being declared as a British citizen, that's amazing, man. That is so funny. Honestly, that's brilliant.
Doesn't get better, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Bertie's picked up a knock.
Shout out to John T watching from New Zealand. Shout out, man, that's amazing. That I didn't realise that we had that much of a reach. Wow, New Zealand. I mean, they're living it up in New Zealand, man. They're no COVID. They're doing bits right now. It's summer. Hope you're living life, John T. Appreciate that.
We've got some decision making here to do, Dan, because Bertrand Traore is complaining that he's hurt his wrist, but he said he should be okay to continue. So we've got a decision as to whether we bring on someone like Trez or we let him to go through with it.
Then. Do you know what? We'll bring Bertie off, but I reckon it's because of the sweatbands he wears. They're too tight.
They're way too heavy.
There we go.
What are those burger buns doing over there?
Mate, that's something we miss about the match going experience, isn't it? That kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
XG, it's not looking too good, is it? I think we need to make some changes, Dan. So we'll go into the dressing room here, and we're going to pump our fist as we always do. I want a lot more from you the second half. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I'm not happy. I think we can do... it's not letting me do that because I've select pump fist. Keep going out there. You can still win this one. Here we go. Fingers crossed from arachnophobia. Right, and so in terms of changes, Dan, how do we do this?
So bottom left again, back down to tactics.
I've got your face over it again. There we go. My mistake. So if we're going to bring off Bertrand, Do you know what? We'll put this to the comments, guys. Who should replace Bertrand in the side?
Nice.
We're going to we'll keep the engagement up. What do you guys think?
Democracy.
Exactly.
Democracy. Put it to the people.
I am the Senate. Sorry, I just love Star Wars. Yeah, let us know. There was a bit of a delay there on the Zoom, so there was a kind of an awkward silence. There was like, I really missed the mark with that one.
I didn't get that until a second after. But we're all here for Star Wars crossover with this Football Manager save.
Of course. So, guys, let us know who you want to replace Bertrand in the side. I know there's a bit of a delay in the stream, so we're more than happy to.
I think it is
Trez or Ghazi. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Dan, I'm going to put it to you then, as Arachnophilia has said 2. Who do you think we put in?
Well, Anwar got that goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think we're searching for a goal. Anwar got that. So I think maybe it's
we like Anwar.
The Ghazi.
There we go.
The Rotterdam Ronaldo. Let's have him.
Are we going to make any more? Do you reckon we bring Jacob Ramsey on, show him that we've got some young players as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think the John McGinn, maybe. John McGinn's playing okay. The worst performing midfielder has actually been Douglas Luiz, but he's only dropping a 6'6", so it's hardly a bad performance. I mean, dare I say, I think Jacob Ramsey could be a good call. I think he's building up some nice fitness. So, Dan, I chose El Ghazi. You can make the pick on this one.
We'll put JJ in for Ross, I'd say. In fact, no, we'll go for John because it's saying he's complacent, and we don't want complacency.
Absolutely.
Tony Daly. I wish we could bring on someone like Tony Daly. He'd be great for the podcast as well. I know he's done a fair few podcasts. Maybe we'll have to reach out to Tony.
Watch JJ in a box-to-box midfielder role.
So how do we do that? Sorry.
So see where it says BBM next to him? All the way on the left next to his star rating.
Yes.
So yeah, hit that.
We want him box to box.
And we can just change. So he's playing box to box at the moment, but what do we reckon is best for
Roman Playmaker? Looks that he's got 3 stars here, hasn't he?
So that if it's grey, that means at youth level. Okay. So that's like. So his best, I like a bit of a deep line playmaker. Sort of, I think he seems to be well suited to that role in a supporting role.
We'll go with that. Support.
We'll see how he rocks with that.
I think Mark rightly pointed out Trez needs the fitness as well. So maybe we bring Trez on. Do you reckon we put Trez on for Ollie up front?
Oh, good call. See can he play there? Drop him in and see how he
won't let me. It won't let me put. Wait, will it? Oh, it will. There we go. Right, this is some experimental shit right now. Let's see how this goes. Let's start the second half. Come on, lads. If Trez, if you don't score, see, I'm giving him a second chance, guys. He missed the penalty earlier on. Trez,
we've got an ultimate.
Yeah,
Steve Bruce. Just if in doubt, stick him up front. I mean, Chris Samba, I saw score for Villa. So don't tell me it's not possible,
mate. What a goal that was, by the way, as well. Chris Samba. He's great, man. Like, he'd be a good person for the podcast. He's played for so many teams.
Oh yeah, good shout.
If anyone's linked to Chris Samba in any way, let him know that the Villa boys want him. Here we go. Anwar. Wait, why is did I not confirm the subs? Ross Barkley's just scored. Or did I keep Barkley on? I can't remember.
No, we brought McGinn off.
Yeah, it was McGinn. Sorry. Brilliant goal, by the way. Look at this slow-mo replay. Anwar cuts that back to Ross. Beats the keeper at the far post. What a goal. Guys, rate that in the comments. Come on. That's beautiful.
The footballing revolution is underway, people.
So I feel a bit better about my changes now, Dan. We've got the goal. You know, obviously a bit of a risk playing Trez. Oh, God, saying that. It looks like they just hit the post there, mate.
Emmy had it covered.
Emmy always has it covered, man. Emmy always has it covered. Opinions on the Steve Bruce Newcastle situation. Do you know what? We'll end the podcast we'll end the live stream talking about that, Cal. That's interesting. For sure we'll touch on that. But right now, obviously we're in the game, 86th minute. We're still winning 1-0. Matty
Got
Cash.
A chance here.
Couldn't quite swing the ball into the box. It's okay. We're recycling play. It's fine. I'm liking this, Dan.
JJ.
Jack Grealish. Grealish heads a chance.
We're playing some good football here.
I like this.
I think the good thing is, mate, is just that we win games.
Yeah.
You know, as long as in pre-season, it's all about confidence. It's all about building up fitness. people say the result doesn't matter in pre-season, but people only say that if they lose, don't they?
Of course.
So I feel like if you win in pre-season, it's always a good thing. So and Brentford is a good side. This is probably the hardest game we'll have in pre-season.
Oh wow, 2-0 there. Anwar El Ghazi. Did you see that? Did you see the acrobatics there? I mean, this is great. 92nd minute, Dan.
That's nice from Jack as well.
He carries that so far. Anwar, first time, top bins. Wow.
Game over.
That is brilliant.
Game over.
I look at the celebration's got to be gas, man. Rico Henry's come off again. Someone we're probably going to look at to sign come January when we make our signings. Trez doing the most here. Oh, nearly tested the keeper. He tested the keeper.
This is nice. This is important, Dan. In pre-season, the boys are still going. It's the 93rd minute. Still creating chances.
Absolutely.
Fitness is getting up there already.
We're relentlessly going. Ain't nobody. Mark Jarobi, absolutely. Ain't nobody like El Ghazi. Shout out to Dan Horton, if you're watching this, Dan. I think he's working on a new song, Dan.
Yes.
I think
you guys, despite everything they've done and and I'm quite proud of this, is that the Ain't Nobody song is still by far and away the most popular video we have on YouTube. You guys absolutely love Dan's song, and so do we.
It's brilliant.
The heart of the whole YouTube channel, although it does seem like it isn't just limited to our faces, Dan does get involved from time to time. He's a quality over quantity guy, isn't he? Drops in every now and again and just drops these bangers. And so Ain't Nobody, damn right.
We're gonna. Where's my fist pump? I can't see it.
Oh, what?
They've taken away my favourite action. Okay, well, do you know what?
Outstretched arms. I disagree with it. Like, outstretched arms is the positive one.
Is it?
So if you're really happy, I don't know why it is, but that's so. Yeah, there you go. In praise. So sort of
you see, that kind of looks a bit sus, but do you know what? We'll go with that. We'll go with what Shaky's recommending as well.
Boys are loving it. And there we go.
Someone in the comments here, rumour that Trez could be going to Galatasaray this month. I hope not. Yeah, second affiliate. Yeah. I really hope not. That seems a bizarre one. I don't know. Maybe that would lend itself to Alicia Brooks though, Dan, coming in.
We hope.
But you know what?
Well.
Oh no, we've got some injuries, boys.
I think Bertie was complaining of his wrist. So
1 to 3 days, that's fine.
These little injuries we're going to see a lot of in pre-season.
Yeah, I think we will.
1 to 2 days. So that's fine. I've got no beef with that. Dan, this has been a good pre-season so far.
This has, and do you know what? I think for the gameplay, we'll leave it there now. We'll take some questions from you guys. We've been going for about an hour and a half almost. So we'll speak about the Steve Bruce situation at Newcastle. If you guys have got any other questions before we end the stream, get them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. So I mean, Dan, first of all, Newcastle United, they lost to Sheffield United last night in the Premier League. The writing was certainly on the wall. The fact that they played with what Steve Bruce said as 2 false number 10s instead of strikers. With Ryan Fraser getting himself sent off for 2 yellow cards, which, oh my God, absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what he was doing with that second one. There was no need to kick. I think it may have been Ender Stevens. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was no need for that reaction to get himself sent off just before half-time. Newcastle, I think, Dan, any other season, Newcastle are in the bottom 3. This is a really weird season. Any other season, we're probably not as high as we are either, so we can't be too critical on that. But, it's same shit, different day, innit, with Steve Bruce, man. It's strange. I'm not surprised by any means, but I think the media are finally waking up to the situation, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they've always had this sort of lingering support for Steve Bruce, and I've never really got it. And the one thing I've seen a lot of this season is that he's doing the best with what he's got, etc., etc. But there's a lot of players, especially going forward, that I really like in Newcastle's team.
Yeah.
And that I think, when you look at the players that they've got, I think, Miggy Almiron, I don't know why, I quite like him. I know that his goal record doesn't really back me up there, but I do think there's a player there.
He balled out Atlanta, man. He balled out.
He did. I think there's a real player there. And Alan St. Maximan, we know what he can do. Callum Wilson's a good player. Ryan Fraser the same. Dwight Gale's shown that he can do it. Joel Linton, I know this is going to sound crazy, but he will get there. He's not doing it now, but you've got to trust, these young lads. But the one thing, I like the pickup of Jamal Lewis at left back, and there's so much to like about that squad. And I think for Steve Bruce, not to be getting the most out of it is a bit of a surprise. But the thing is just, I feel it's hard not to feel, isn't it? Really, for the Newcastle fans, just wanting a bit of ambition, and they haven't really got that in their owner. And it just been a bit of a depressing time for them, really, with Steve Bruce and sort of losing to Sheffield United. But Derby County's only win when they got relegated with 11 points back in 06-07, I think. Their only win was Newcastle United at home.
Wow.
So it's crazy how these things come around. Yeah, it's a shame. But I mean, to be honest with you, Dan, it's hard to complain because that's one team that, that puts us another position higher in the table, doesn't it? Another more ambitious side coming into this league is the last thing we need, because competition's tough enough as it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's I feel for the fans to a certain extent, but they should have known what they were getting themselves in for with Steve Bruce. We warned everyone. The fact he jumped ship from Sheffield Wednesday so quickly, it was almost always doomed for fail, which is not. Yeah, it's not surprising. Just looking at some of the comments now. MGT Online. Do you think the Everton game will be postponed? I hope it will. It looks like we're not allowed into the training ground till Saturday, so I don't see how we can logistically prepare for a game that you only have one day of training for, which obviously isn't great. Obviously, Fulham are in a bit of a similar situation, which they're playing tonight. They're playing soon. It's 8:30, I think, actually. So obviously they've taken our slot for tonight. That's why we're doing this live stream. So it'll be interesting to see. But no, I hope it is. But Dan, given all of the postponements, we've seen Leeds have postponed a game today as well, I believe. I think we're edging closer. We're edging closer to just a circuit breaker potentially, aren't we? Or just another pause in football.
Well, yeah, I think this is a problem that you're seeing across the board as well, because to sort of reference it, the NBA are having a lot of problems with their COVID tests as well, and so many games are being called off. And I think it was actually Steve Bruce, Sean Dyche. It was Sean Dyche. Sorry, getting my Brexit managers confused. It was Sean Dyche I saw the other day make a really good point, and he was saying that just vaccinate the players. If you vaccinate the players, you can the amount of money the Premier League must be spending on testing, like per week, can go to more valuable causes. You stop the risk of players contracting and suffering with COVID. It's a small population of people to vaccinate, and then all the money that they're spending on testing can be going to places where it's really, really needed.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hope that we don't see this circuit breaker down. I really do, because football is what keeps me sane at the moment. It's the only thing where you can sort of tune in and it makes you feel like there's some sort of normality. And I think I don't think they'll want to go to that. Personally, I think that they'll really try and stray away from it as much as they can. But something definitely needs to be done in terms of bringing these COVID tests down. It seems to be a problem in wider sport at the moment. Some countries have taken some really wild steps, but it seems to be working. I mean, in Spain they've gone as far as I remember, this is something we're speaking about on the podcast, and whereby they don't allow changing rooms.
Yeah.
So teams rock up and they don't have access to changing rooms. So they go out, train, get changed, go back out and play, and they're having far less problems. So they're dealing with it in a really strict fashion. And I think ultimately the most important thing is just making the players feel comfortable, isn't it? Because they're the people that are going out, putting it on the line and contracting the virus as it is. And you just have to put the players in an environment where they feel safe.
Yeah, absolutely. From Mark Jarobi, City linked with Sassuolo midfielder Manuel Locatelli, absolute baller by the way, for around €30 million.
Player.
If they get this over the line, surely getting Luiz on a new contract without a buyback is much higher possibility. I'd hope so, Mark. It's really important that we did a transfer rumour on that, and the sort of contract situation that we'd like sorted at Villa at the moment. It'd be, if it's a dream if we can get Douglas Luiz on a new contract, keep him at the club for a few more years. Just to reiterate a point I made in the podcast, I don't think Aston Villa is the be all and end all of Douglas Luiz's career. He's destined for a move to a super club at some point, but it just like you said in that pod, Dan, to see Douglas go to another team in England, that'd be quite hard to take. But yeah, if we can get Douglas tied down, that shows some real intent for me, Dan.
I think we spoke about how important that is, didn't we, the other day? And I think as you said, the thing is obviously it's not his. He signed for Man City, and unfortunately he's never been able to play a game for him. So he'll always have that in the back of his mind.
Absolutely. Here, Neil Taylor, prob surplus. Yeah, I'd say so for now. Arachnophilia. As harsh as it is, Neil, for me as well, I was one of his biggest critics in the Championship, but he's genuinely really stepped up his game since Dino's came in, which is obviously really good. We can't get rid of him until we get a new left back in, I don't think. Good we have points on the board, hip to game, absolutely. This Everton game, if that gets postponed, we're now 4 games out, as someone's put it out in the comment section, which is, that's mad, isn't it, Dan? The fact that we're still so high up as well, but yeah, absolutely great that we've still got the points on the board, mate.
Yeah, it's looking good, and I think that's the most important thing is that we're in a good spot. I'm really enjoying this season, Dan. I think this it's really great, and I just want to sort of shout out all of you guys that are listening, because I think it's really helped that we've been able to come on this podcast and be positive and provide content that people really want to listen to, and I think that's really been helping. I think we came on this podcast a few times. I'm thinking after the United game, after the Wolves game, post Project Restart. And it just felt, I didn't really want to come in and just be spouting negativity as hard as it was to speak positively about the side. So yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and making Dan and myself really enjoy this whole process.
Yeah, absolutely. George, football is furthest thing from having vaccination as they've been uproar. Absolutely. Maybe once vaccine, general public, it might be okay. Yeah. No, I think as well, I think the point that Dan and Deitch was making, which I think is something that did get lost in translation a lot, is, well, a lot of resources are, you could see it are being wasted in a way, getting all these players tested, especially as there are so many cases. But yeah, I don't think either of us are championing for them to get vaccinated before the other volleyball or anything. That's definitely not what we're saying, or what I think Sean Deitch was saying either.
I think it's just a case of one and done. They get the jab, they don't need God knows how much all this testing must be costing. I think if you just one and done the players with this vaccination, then all that money can go to the people that, like, right, George, that need it most.
Yeah, and then I think it's Hip in the comments asking if we've seen Florian Nielhuis from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Do you know what? That would be maybe that's a player to talk about on Transfer Rumour Mill, Dan. That's that could be very interesting. But guys, listen, we really appreciate every single one of you who has joined us for this near hour and 40 minutes. As I pop my Football Manager cherry, Dan has guided me every step of the way. And if we are, if the game's postponed, we'll be on this on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We'll definitely tweet about it. You guys will know. Don't you worry about that. So if, in case you aren't following Heart of the Holt, obviously follow at Heart of the Holt on Twitter. For me, it's at DanMorgie34, DANMORGI34, and Dan is at Wiseman Football without the vowels in football. If you want to stay up to date with our life, with the Villa Filler, with football, with everything, that's where you guys can follow us. And the next episode, we will, I think, off air, we may play through the rest of these pre-season friendlies so as we can get up to speed with the West Brom game. We can kick off the Premier League there for you guys. That'll be the thing to hopefully get you guys back. A little West Midlands rivalry to start the next episode, which will again be live streamed probably this weekend if the game is postponed. But yeah, much love to everyone who's joined. Dan, any final words from yourself, mate?
Guys, this has been fun. Dan had showed me how to taught me how to edit podcasts, and this is something I've been helping out with. And I think this was a bit of a reverse process, wasn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
Me finally being able to pass the knowledge on to you, but I'm really glad you guys have enjoyed it. I'm excited for that West Brom game, first game of the season too. That would be good fun. But yeah, this is our first ever dabble into live streams and stuff. So we're glad we've managed to fill this void left by the Villa game this evening. And I think the City Brighton game was only 1-0 to City, so I don't think you've missed much there.
This was certainly more exciting, Dan. That was certainly more exciting.
For sure. We've got 2-0, not 1-0. Come on.
Exactly. So, yeah, again, just a massive thank you to all you guys in the chat. We're going to round up the stream here. So, yeah, have a nice evening. Enjoy the Spurs game or whatever you choose to do so. And follow us on Twitter if you aren't already. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on with streams, with podcasts, with everything on there. So, yeah, up the Villa. Mate.